What's going on, guilty guys and gals, and welcome back to Hunger Games Simulator. Yes, 2 weeks in a row. That's never happened before. I had this brilliant idea and I just had to pull it off. Now, as you see in front of you, there are 24 anime girls. However, these anime girls do not exist. Sorry, let me highlight it. Dun 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 dun! This is a website that generates anime girl portraits. Like, if I was to refresh right now, we would get this one. And all that junk. There they are. Anime girls. And you know, I've thought to myself recently, wow, if I'm going to be a detective, and I'm going to play these mystery games, I have to have a plucky anime girl sidekick, right? You know, like all these ones. So I've set it up. 24 anime girls. I'm saying that wrong on purpose, by the way, just so there's not one person in the comment who's like, it's anime, not anime. Jesus. 24 anime girls. The winner gets to become real. I'm gonna make her a Twitter account, and I'm going to basically make her my assistant on the channel. That's the plan. It's happening. Alright, so let me tell you a little bit about these anime girls, because as you see on this website, it gives you a story of them, right? Ichiru does feel happy as hell. But those are also generated by an AI, so they get a little bit wonky. So let me just go through each of the girls. There's 24. This is going to take a bit, to be fair. Maybe I'll leave a timestamp to where you can skip all this, but it will leave you without some important context. So the first girl, Lastra, is her name. In the actual story, it was just Japanese letters, so I Google translated it, and that's what it came out as. Here's what you need to know about her. She lives with her grandfather. Then, in her anime series, she was locked in a cabin with her pet fox named Raccoon, and then Raccoon died. And that was basically her entire story. Kind of sad, kind of unfortunate. Let's move on to Hikaru. And by the way, probably gonna pronounce some of these names wrong. I'm actually not that big of an anime guy, so whoopsies. Also, if any of these are actual anime characters' backstories, make sure to tell me in the comments, because I think that'll be hilarious. Hikaru was a man named Izuru who joined a science group for all girls, and now he is Hikaru. The club I was talking about is the Soma Club. They're basically scientists that solve mysteries, is the description it gave. And they developed magic. So Hikaru is a mage now. She has magic powers. Just, it's a bit of a leg up on the competition. Sakura. And yes, that's the actual name it gave me. It wasn't just Sakura. It was Sakura. So her first name and last name both got generated to be Sakura. She is a cat girl. Not in the traditional sense, though. She's a girl that transforms into a cat. Like Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter. And she's in love with a girl named Kana. The way that I deduced that from the story is that it said that she liked this girl so much they could no longer sleep in the same room. That's what it said. That's pretty much all the info we have on her. Izuka is a master of disguise. Her sister died tragically, and she's taken her place in life. So that's a little bit sad, but that's what she does. Next one is Bin. Bin is very interesting because Bin is actually a demon that lives in a kettle. None of these are made up. Just to prove it to you, whoever wins this, I'll post their story in the description. Like, I've got them all saved. Bin is a demon who lives in a kettle. The kettle was found by like a maintenance man, something like that. I can't quite remember. And so she's like trying to save the world by like using her pregnancy gadget. I don't know what that means. But she is, quote unquote, surrounded by people who want to destroy her, surrounded by people who want to destroy her. So I guess she's used to this kind of a scenario. Next is Natsuki. Natsuki doesn't have much to her. All it told me in the story was that she is a complete dork and that she has a boyfriend. That's about it. Next is Mikami. She was in Naruto. So that's interesting. She has a friend who told her about that time when she was in Naruto. So I guess she's like a background character probably from Naruto. And she's friends with... Okay, this is where things get weird. And I'll explain it in a second because we're about to get to the weird part. She's friends with the reincarnated raccoon and Maki. Is Maki in the game? I feel like there was... Yes, okay, yes. So, the next girl, her name is Maven, but she's also known as Raccoon Guy. The story says something like it says Maven at the very beginning, and then somewhere along it says she's come to be known as Raccoon Guy, and all I can think is that she is in somehow the reincarnated version of Lastra's pet fox Raccoon. Because it's too coincidental, right? Her name is Raccoon, the fox's name was Raccoon. Yeah. So she is she is Raccoon. She also, in a different story, I can't remember whose story, one of these girls is an alien, and it's revealed that they know Raccoon, so it's most likely that she was reincarnated by aliens. However that works. So yeah, let's just say that Raccoon Guy is my favorite to win. It's like Bin, Raccoon Guy, Hikaru. There's a few good ones. I actually kind of ended up liking some of these characters, which was weird. The next one is Sky. I named her Sky because the story it gave me just called her question mark, question mark, question mark. In fact, every name in her story was question mark, question mark, question mark. So I know nothing about her other than the fact that she's probably some sort of government experiment, which is why all the names in the document were censored, and that it says that she's shy. I named her Sky because she seems to be fading into the sky. So that's interesting. Next is Sokoro. Not much to Sokoro either, other than the fact that she's friends with both Sakura and Raccoon Guy. She owns a very fast train that she's going to use to take over Japan. I don't know what that means. Maybe we'll find out. The next group is actually pretty interesting, because it's, what is it? Hirokazu Arakawa and Tatsuya Takahashi. They both have nicknames assigned to them by the same story. I picked them both out because they're such distinct characters. They both got nicknames and everything. They're best friends, as far as I can tell. Hirokazu is known as the one-eyed girl, which is weird because she has two eyes. And Tatsuya is known as the girl with the red head. So, yeah, that's pretty accurate. They were going to a party to have sex. That is a quote from their story. That is not me, like, that's just real. Where they met Sakura at the party and attempted to seduce her. Now, the reason so many of these stories cross over is because whatever AI is creating them has, like, a list of names it can pull from, so a lot of them are the same. But I just find it hilarious that these two girls go to a party and they seduce the girl that we met earlier. Next is Maki. Maki's a sword fighter. That's all I can really pull from her story for like a background. Because most of it was just talking about how she watched her friends die in a horrible truck crash. And like, it's like, in a dream how like something will keep popping up even though it doesn't make sense to be there. In her story, they're talking about like a beautiful beach, and then it'll suddenly say everybody had to learn how to dodge the truck from the truck crash. The truck kept coming back. She's like Nemesis with a truck. And also there was one part where it said there was like a fight scene that only had one sword in it. And I'm just guessing she's a sword fighter because of that. So next is Kazuki. Kazuki is an alien from the quote-unquote alien planet. That's what it's called. Her planet's name is Alien Planet, so that's pretty convenient for us. And she was abducted from her homeworld. She has no idea where her homeworld is, or how it's doing, or how long she's been gone from it. Quite a sad state of affairs for this young alien. And she knows a character we'll meet later named Aoi, I believe. Yes, Aoi. Next is Rizoku. Rizoku is actually the protagonist of this Hunger Games. Her story says that she is fighting a bunch of other protagonists in a labyrinth, so I can only guess that refers to this. She is a ghost girl. You heard me right. She's a ghost girl. She used to be a boy who was living in an orphanage, and then I guess she died and became a ghost girl, and now this is her. And she's here with us. And she's the protagonist of this. So hopefully Rizoku wins. She's one of my favorites as well. Next on the list is Kamigami, which is probably the name I'm pronouncing incorrectly, let's be honest. Kamigami is quoted as being a beautiful girl with no friends. She shared the same series as Raccoon Guy. They were, I think... Oh, I was talking about there was where we got all the plot points for Raccoon, like how she came back and was a different person. This was that series. So she's like a secondary character in Raccoon Guy's story. Next is Aoi. Aoi's interesting because she basically created life in her series. She Frankensteined a new classmate, is what I have written down. I believe there's like a part where someone named Koichi comes out to her and says, create us new classmates, and then she does, and they become friends. So I guess she's like created monster people like before. Frankenstein's monster type people. She's also a dragon, apparently, in disguise. And everyone hates her. And I don't mean like they dislike her. I mean like they won't talk to her. Like they shun her. I guess because she's a dragon, maybe? I don't know. But that's her. Next is Ichikona. I know that's not what that looks like at all, but the story is very specific in saying that her name is pronounced Ichikona. She's friends with Aoi. She also cannot speak. It's said in the story that she cannot speak. But she's Aoi's only friend, which is kind of sad. Next is Izukazu? Huh. I thought that was Izukazu. Izukazu. It's Izukazu. She has a rare disease that causes a severe infection if the person doesn't eat or bathe regularly. In other words, she's going to die immediately in this game. That's basically all I know about her. The next girl is Hontu. She was originally named something else, but we don't know what that was because she changed her name to Hontu. She was quoted as being too beautiful. That's the second time we've heard that. She was in a relationship with her teacher. Then her entire high school was destroyed by a curse that killed everyone but her. And she wants to be a scientist. That's just another fun fact for you. Next is another good one. Wish Pretty Theory. I gave her that name because it seems she's part of a hive mind. It's like every time it referred to her talking to a boy in the story, it referred to a group of girls. So I'm imagining that she's like part of a hive mind. And she's never named either. The only thing close to a name is some Japanese letters at the beginning, which translated to Wish Pretty Theory. So that's her name, Wish Pretty Theory. Next is Akko. Her brother draws manga. She is quoted as being a real girl. So I guess she's got a leg up on all these other girls trying to become a real girl because she already is. And she is quoted as being attracted to girls who share her values. Also, by the looks of her picture, she's like in a robotic suit of armor. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to like understand it. It's a bit abstract. Next is Hideo. She is quoted as being dating the other half of the same girl. So I imagine she either has some sort of split personality or I don't know. She's possessed something. She's gone to prison, and she's actually the leader of an assassin ring, which is, you know, maybe gives her a leg up if she's got some assassin skills left in her. And finally is Yukio, otherwise known as Hikaru. We already have one Hikaru, and it was said that she also goes by Yukio, so we're going to call her Yukio. She is trying to find her sister who has gone missing and has the ability to communicate with angels. That's her story, and we're sticking to it. All right, so there's a few characters here who like interact with each other, like Tatsuya and Hirokazu, Aoi and Ichikazu. These are very, very close. There was like Maki, Raccoon. Like Raccoon Guy pretty much connects to like half the cast, so that's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's proceed. Which one will become a real girl? That's what we're about to find out. The tributes stand on the podium and the horn sounds. Here we go. Aoi runs away. Good for you. Bin rips a mace out of Sky's hands. I don't like the demon with the mace. Maki grabs a shovel. Okay. Kazuki falls into a frozen lake and drowns. That was fast. It was like 5 minutes. Wait, what were you? You were like a scientist, weren't you? Oh no, she was an alien. Okay, she doesn't get it. That's fair. Raccoon Guy finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Come on, Raccoon Guy. I believe in you. Izuka and Hideo fight for a bag. Hideo gives up and retreats. Ooh, she beat the assassin. Nice. Wish Pretty Theory runs away from the cornucopia. I think I'm going to shorten some of their names. I'm sure you'll still get the point because I'm going to be focusing on them. Natsuki runs away. Izukazu snatches a pair of sais. I don't know what she plans to do with that, with her encroaching infection. Hirokazu runs away. Sakura scares Hantu away. Interesting. Ichikazu takes a handful of throwing knives. Again, interesting decision. Oh, Mikami and Lastra fight Hikaru and Sokuro. Hikaru and Sokuro survive. Oof, Lastra's dead in the first round. I at least remembered who Lastra was. I don't really remember Mikami that much. Who was Mikami? I'm going to try to keep us like updated on what's going on. Mikami, she was the Naruto character. Dang. Rizoku sets an explosive off, killing Akko. Come on, Rizoku. Come on, Rizoku. Tatsuya clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Kamigami runs away with a lighter and some rope, and Yukio runs away. Okay, we had a couple deaths. Wasn't so bad. Oh, right, it's still day one. Izukazu receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Bin stalks Raccoon Guy. Bin, I swear to God. The stupid part is I'm supporting two people, and they're going to have to kill each other at some point. Like, they can't both live. Unfortunately. Sokuro sprains her ankle while running away from Hantu. Eeks. Rizoku injures herself. No, Rizoku, please. Wish discovers a river. Yukio questions her sanity. Kamigami runs away from Izuka. Sakura scares Hirokazu off. Oh, okay, this is messed up. Sky forces Tatsuya to kill Ichikazu or Aoi. She decides to kill Ichikazu. Ichikazu, oh right, that was Ichikona. Oops, I've been... She was the mute girl. Oh, that's sad. Hideo, Maki, and Hikaru start fighting, but Maki runs away as Hideo kills Hikaru. Don't pick a fight with an assassin, I'm just saying. I'm sorry, Hikaru. That was the mage girl who was a boy. Natsuki receives clean water. Oh, that's actually more deaths than I thought. That's like 6. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Tatsuya thinks about winning. It's a little early for that, but okay. Hantu thinks about home. That makes sense. Raccoon Guy convinces Maki to snuggle with her. The depressed sword girl. And the old fox. Sokuro bags Sakura to kill her. She refuses, keeping Sokuro alive. Come on, train girl, I believe in you. Wish, Izuka, and Hirokazu discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Bin and Sky tell stories about themselves to each other. Man, that would be interesting. The two, like, Enigma characters. Natsuki, Aoi, Izukazu, and Yukio sleep in shifts. Kamigami thinks about home, and Rizoku... God, I like her, but I can't even pronounce her name. Rizoku tends to Hideo's wounds. That better mean that okay, Sokoro died of dysentery. Oops. Tatsuya receives food. Wish fishes. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, it's fine. Kamigami and Rizoku fight Hontu and Sakura. Kamigami and Rizoku survive. Good night, sweet cat girl. Girl cat, actually. And who was not Kamigami. Hontu. Hontu was the girl who changed her name after getting cursed. Right. Izuka defeats Yukio in a fight but spares her life. I guess I can call her Hikaru now if I wanted, because the other one's dead, but I don't know. Aoi scares Hideo off. That's impressive. I guess she is a dragon, though, so whatever. Maki scares Bin off. That's even more impressive, considering she's a demon. Raccoon Guy picks flowers. Aww. Natsuki constructs a shack. Hirokazu receives an explosive. And Izukazu poisons Sky's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. She didn't die from her infection, after all. She poisoned herself by accident. What a loser. Also, I picked the wrong setting for these. I'm sorry. I meant to do black and white pictures, but I didn't. Oops. Sky cooks her food before putting her fire out. Okay. Hirokazu attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Aoi screams for help. With her no friends? I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. It's her lore. Maven, aka Raccoon Guy, and Izuka sleep in shifts. Tatsuya sees a fire but stays hidden. Wish thinks about home. All her homes. Hideo climbs a tree to rest. Bin screams for help. Interesting. Yukio receives an explosive. Maki goes to sleep. Natsuki and Rizoku huddle for warmth. Aw. Natsuki was... Oh, right, the complete dork. Aw. Kamigami receives a hatchet and an unknown sponsor. I'm really surprised that Natsuki isn't my favorite, considering the fact that she's like a regular person, and that's usually who I root for in these, but oh well. Bin tends to Hirokazu's wounds. Again, interesting, considering she's a kettle demon. Kamigami kills Wish Pretty Theory with a hatchet. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Maki attacks Sky, but she manages to escape. Tatsuya camouflages herself in the bushes. Alright. Aoi sees smoke rising in the distance, but doesn't investigate. Natsuki discovers a cave. Hikaru injures herself. And Raccoon Guy overhears Izuka and Rizoku talking in the distance. Who's Izuka? I always forget. Oh, she's the master of disguise. And Hideo falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Why has that killed 2 people already? And it was the alien and the master assassin, of all people. Okay, what? Oh, it's an event. I was like, why are carnivorous squirrels here all of a sudden? Carnivorous squirrels start attacking the tributes. That is unfortunate. Sky is brutally attacked by a scurry of squirrels. Goodbye, government project. Yukio survives. Interesting. Kamigami dies. Kamigami was our beautiful girl with no friends. Maki uses the squirrels to her advantage, shoving Raccoon Guy into them. Rest in peace, sweet fox girl. Rizoku survives, though, so we're okay. Bin uses the squirrels to her advantage, shoving Izuka into them. Oh my god. Those were the 2 that were, like, talking to each other, and they both died in the same round. Tatsuya survives. Hirokazu kills Aoi with him, and Natsuki survives. Oh, that's a lot of murders. That was a lot of murders, and that was a lot of, like, strong characters, too. Like, Wish Pretty Theory, Raccoon Guy, Aoi, Sky, Hideo. Those were all power players. Oh, my lord, what is happening? Hirokazu thinks about home. Tatsuya receives an explosive. Bin, Natsuki, Yukio, Rizoku, and Maki sleep in shifts. Come on, Rizoku, you can do it. Raccoon is dead. I need you to do it. Natsuki... Oh, it's the feast. Natsuki decides not to go to the feast. Yukio and Maki decide to work together to get more supplies. Bin doesn't go. Rizoku's trap kills Tatsuya. Okay. Oh, Hirokazu commits suicide. Oh, no. She saw her friend die. Oh, that's really depressing. That is actually really depressing. I feel like this is more like the actual Hunger Games than what mine usually are, because mine are usually like happy, jokey, and this one's more like tragic constantly. Bin receives fresh food. Does she need to eat? She is a demon. Yukio thinks about home. Maki hunts for tributes. Rizoku searches for firewood, and Natsuki gets clean water. Natsuki's still in it, huh? Interesting. Okay. Come on, Rizoku. Okay, Rizoku sees a fire but stays hidden. Smart. Oh, boy. Maki questions her sanity. Accurate. Yukio, Natsuki, and Bin discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Oh, okay. Day 5. Natsuki goes hunting. Maki overhears Yukio and Rizoku talking in the distance. That has been bad in the past. And Bin tries to sleep through the entire day. I'm actually anxious. I'm actually anxious because I want Rizoku to win so badly. Bin cooks her food, then puts her fire out. I guess she's used to it. She is a kettle. Yukio thinks about home. Natsuki dies of dysentery. Aww. Natsuki, you made it so far. She was just our absolutely normal girl. A complete dork, and she had a boyfriend. That was her only character traits. Bye. Maki receives medical supplies, and Rizoku looks at the night sky. I believe in you, Rizoku. I believe in you. Okay. Yukio steals from Rizoku while she isn't looking. That's fine. Just don't kill her. And Maki severely slices Bin with a sword. Maki got a sword. Oh, no. Maki's the swordswoman. And Bin, the demon, has died. Interesting. Okay. Maki questions her sanity. Rizoku and Yukio huddle for warmth. Cute. Actually, let me go over the top 3 if we make this... Oh, well, Yukio died. Never mind. Top 2. Yukio was our... I think she was searching for her sister and she could talk to angels. That was Yukio, right? Yes, she can talk with angels. And Rizoku scares Maki off. Honestly, I'm okay with either of these two winning. I like the smug swords girl, but I love Rizoku. Rizoku's obviously my favorite. Come on, Rizoku. Come on, Rizoku. I need you to pour your energy into the screen. Let's do it. Come on, please. No! And Maki is the winner. Maki gets to become a real girl. Oh, man. Okay. That's so sad. Rizoku made it all the way to the end. I guess Maki is going to become my assistant. The girl who is cripplingly afraid of trucks, but is a master swordswoman who holds the world's only sword. Also, this is a point where I'm going to officially announce that I'm going to do 24 of these and have a grand finale in which I put the champions of all 24 in a killing game, including Maki. And if Maki dies, she dies for real. I'm just saying. So, stay tuned, I guess. I'm going to go create the Twitter account for Maki right now. Yeah. Like, subscribe. See you next time.